Welcome to the making of a DM. Today's show is going to be random, but not so random. This show has a lot of real hard-hitting information today, so please be ready. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm more Kevin's DM. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans, DM. Thank you for being here. Today, show is going to be random, but not so random. I'm going to share with you stuff, as I always do, of real shit that's happening in my day and life and week and real time. So I like to talk about stuff that's timely and real. I'm not a guru. I'm just someone that's actually doing shit, sharing my journey with you, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. But I hope you're having an amazing day. As I'm talking to you, I'm coming to you from Parkland, Florida, overlooking beautiful golf course today. It is sunny, 72. I'm not bragging. I'm just sharing the truth because I looked at the cameras on our house in Ohio, and it's like 5 degrees, 26 inches of snow, and it is what it is. So it's a choice, and I like them both, but I like being here today better than there. As I'm coming to you today, I want to say thank you guys so much. I've got so many messages about, thinking different. The last show we did about seeing how we can, asking ourselves different questions like, how can I afford that? Or how can I create something to pay for it instead of saying, no, I can't afford it. Nope, I can never do that. Nope, that doesn't happen for guys like me or gals like me or whatever. So thank you so much for sharing. I got a lot of shares as you guys follow me on social media. You're starting to see our social media is really starting to catch fire as conversations are getting bigger. Things are happening. So, and that's because of you, not because of me. I'm just showing up, doing my thing here for 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it takes. Just kind of, giving you guys real talk. So if you haven't had a chance yet to leave a 5-star review over at iTunes, please do so. As you know, helps get us up in the algorithm. So other people that might be looking for a change in life could happen. So today's show, like I said, I have like 6 things that's happened to me. I have a lot more than that, but 6 things I kind of want to share. Maybe I'll go more or less. I don't know yet, depending on what we hit here. But, one cool thing, I actually got to talk to a buddy I haven't talked to. I actually went to school with him my whole life, grew up in my hometown, and haven't talked to this guy forever on the phone and reached out. Life happens for us, not to us. And recently his father had some issues and, going through divorce and these things, life is real. And I think sometimes we forget that, right? Like we pay attention to what everyone else is doing and kind of like, so we're not paying attention to what's really happening in our life. We've all been there. And, he woke up one day and said he's got to make a change, and it's scary. It's very scary. So I commend him, and I hope he's listening to this, and I'm proud of him for making a massive life-altering decision for the positive. And, he's a teacher. He's been a great steward of a teacher for 20 plus years. And, he obviously, if you're a teacher, you know what I'm talking about, or teacher mindset. Like, you don't go into that profession to get rich. You go in it because you truly care about people, and you love kids, and you love people, and you want to help them and inspire them and just be a part of their life. And that's what he did. But, at the end of the day, it was a very noble career initially. That's what his parent, again, I guess what I want to say with this is we've all been lied to, maybe not even on purpose. Our parents have told us stuff, or, our friends and family, I was hanging out with some people recently, and their kids came over. There's some high school kids in senior year, and they're like, dude, where are you going to college at? And I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, and I'm not saying this to be silly. I think school's in trouble. I think people are starting to realize it's a big fucking scam at the highest level. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. We need doctors. We need great lawyers and all that. And I think there should be school for that. But the lie is go and get debt. Go and get in debt for $100,000 to go get a fucking $30,000 a year job. I want you to really think about that. Take a minute and really think how fucking stupid that sounds. Pay me $100,000 over the next 4 years. That's if you're expediting it. And I'm going to find you a job for $35,000, $40,000 a year. And majority of people don't even go into the profession that they went to college for. And then I want you to stop and think, because when I lived on campus at Ohio State back in the day, not because I was going to school, because I was trying to bang every person in that school, the girls that is. I was just a young, dumb, stupid kid. And it was a hack, by the way. That's a great hack. You're not in school, but you live on school campground. It's kind of a cool hack. If you're listening, you're young, and you have a lot of money, it's not a bad place to be if you want to have fun. I digress. But I remember walking to the bars, kids half drunk, 18, 19, 22 years old, whatever. And everywhere you'd see Capital One, Fifth Third Bank, Huntington Bank, American Express, whatever, credit card companies everywhere. On the weekends, you see this shit all the time. Apply today, guaranteed credit card. They're going to give kids that have zero clue of how to manage money, because clearly schools never taught anybody how to manage money. And they're going to give it to a kid that is in $100K in debt and school debt. And you know it's a scam for real. You know it's against you when you can't even go BK on college debt, right? Like they've protected it. They've literally gated the system to force you to pay them. It's by design, folks. Pay attention to this shit. But yet they'll give these young children a credit card with no clue of what to do with it. Now, am I the only one that knows people that have lots of credit card debt, that has low paying jobs, that went to college and got a great career, great degree, with not so great career? Am I the only one that knows people like that? Of course not. I want you to kind of think about this for a second, because I've always been an entrepreneur. And I started off with no cash, no credit, nothing. Just had a dream and a goal and a drive. And I'm not saying you need cash and credit to do anything, but it wouldn't hurt maybe. What if you went into the bank? What if there's people out there saying, hey, get an SBA loan to start a company for $50,000 or $100,000? How different would that be? By the way, an 18 to 20-something-year-old kid is not getting a fucking SBA loan at all. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Not at the scale that they're handing out credit cards and college loans out. It's not happening. And if you're the parent putting this shit in your kid's head, you got to go to college. If you want a great job, you got to go to college. You need to check your shit real quick. It's fucking 2022, and you know better. I hope you know better. If you're listening to the show, you definitely know better. That college is not the answer for everybody. Real life in the trenches doing shit is what's going to make these people. But why aren't they giving out business loans? Why aren't navigating with lawyers, understanding contractual law, understanding how to fucking do your books, how to balance a checkbook, how to factor in money, how to lease a property, how to hire people W-2 wages, how to go out there and build a company? Why aren't they giving people loans to do this? I'm not saying they should to everyone, but listen, there's some people, me in particular, when I was 18, if I could have got a loan for $100,000, I might be a trillionaire now. I don't know. But it is what it is. Can't change the past. But that wasn't even a thought or an option. But I see all these parents literally fucking their kids up, telling them that they need to go to college, telling them you need to get a better grade. You got a fucking B. You need an A. Seriously? It reminds me of, and again, you might be the academic individual, which is cool, whatever. I'm definitely not. Or you might be the sports individual. You see that dad or mom on the sideline that's fucking grinding their kid to the ground because the parent, was the dipshit on the court that couldn't even get on the field, but yet they're going to cast their insecurities and what they wish they could have done on their children and fucking force them into that process. It's what you're doing as an academic as well. You just think it's cool. Dude, I can't imagine my kids wanting to ever fucking go on Jeopardy. Hey, Dad, I want to go on Jeopardy. I'm so smart. I read all these fucking books that mean nothing, but I want to look cool on TV for 30 minutes. Really? Now, listen, if you're a brainiac and that shit gets you off, I'm cool. I'm not judging this. I'm just sharing real talk with you. When are you going to start questioning this shit? When are you going to start asking the question, why are they telling us this in droves? We know the school system's fucked up. Why do you keep accelerating it and putting kids into more and more? Dude, you need to go to this class. You need to get into college prep classes. Now you need to go to college. I've always questioned that system. I've talked about this in the past where I knew friends that got out of high school, went to one school in the state of Ohio, college school, and then when they transferred, I remember like, dude, I got to start all the way back over because my credits don't transfer. I'd look at them, I'm like, isn't it a fucking same state college system? Why wouldn't the credits transfer? Ding, 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 ding. Because it's a fucking business. That's why. They don't give a fuck about your education. They want your money. They want your greenbacks. If you get that twisted, you're the twisted one. Promise you. Even in the guru space, in education, because they know you're fucked up, because we've been trained this way, they constantly put the carrot in front of you. Today for $25,000, I want to show you this. But if you pay $50,000, you get this. Oh, but if you pay $100,000, you're definitely going to get this. They know where you're going. The education, the world has trained you. Therefore, they got to keep lying to you to make more fucking money off of you. I don't play that game. If you pay, you're in. We're going to crush it. Period. And that's what I'm excited about. I'll be sharing this in the next couple of weeks, and I keep talking about it. And I'm getting a lot of people now. Thank you guys and gals that are messaging me about this. But the 1K a month program, I think I'm going to do it. I really think it's going to happen. I'm sitting there talking to my team, seeing what my time allocation looks like, seeing what I can give to you guys. Like, I really want to help people that want to help themselves grow. So if this is something, if you've not responded, go on social, Instagram, at Mark Evans DM and say, 1K, I'm in. It's going to be a K a month, 1,000 a month, and we're going to fucking take it to the moon. I could not imagine this not being one of the best investments you've ever put in your life because I know what we're looking to do. Just the connections you're going to make with the people I know that are in, if I do it, are worth millions of dollars. Fuck the dollars. What about all the time and energy of all these relationships I've forged over the years that you're going to gain instant access to? We just hack time. But I'm going on my high horse here about this education thing, but it's real. Have you ever asked yourself, like, why do my kids got to go to school from this time to that time? Yeah, it's because the way the school system was designed is to get your kids out of the fucking house so you can go get your ass at work for the corporations that run the school systems, that run the paper mills, that create the books in the back. I mean, guys, pay attention. Money never lies. Follow the money. So you're busting your ass, making $10 an hour while your kids are at school in a safe place, being taught the same exact bullshit that you've been lied about. You know you're going to work. You fucking hate it. Can't stand the person to your left. Can't stand the person to the right. You know the person above you is a piece of shit. Not all, but just talking my emotions right now. I saw my mom grow my whole life. I talked about this in Magician vs. Mule. I saw people that were so-called above my mother that could not fucking tie their shoes. Literally. Dictate how my mom lives. Dictate when my mom comes to work. Dictate how she is treated. I'm bitter, to say the least. You better get fucking angry. You better start sharing these stories with your kids, your grandkids, your cousins, your nieces, your brothers, your sisters, anybody that's fucking listening. But by the way, they're paying attention because they're definitely watching. Back to my friend, man. I'm super excited for him. As a teacher, getting out of the system, his life and his son's life literally will be changed forever because he's making a real decision. Scary one. You know how many people actually know they're in a bad situation and do nothing about it? It's called the majority. So for my buddy to get to this situation, it's kind of cool because when I talked to him today, it's like we played catch up as if we've never not talked to each other in 20 plus years. And it's funny, he mentioned to me about him back in the day, because again, keep in mind, we grew up together. We went to school our whole life together in our same town. And he's like, dude, like, I used to paint your apartments that you were buying. Like, he used to help me. I kind of forgot about that, honestly. I kind of, it's wild. I've had lots of people that I grew up with that used to work with me in different things I've done over the years. So I'm excited. I'm very optimistic about where he'll be in 12 months from now. It's going to be a neat ride. So, brings me to another point. Back to the media messing with you and how we all think, how we've been taught to think, by the way. Who's taught you to think, by the way? Here's what I mean by that. Yesterday, Friday, that would be. I'm talking to you today on a Saturday. Yesterday was a very emotional day for me. Actually, the day before that as well, Thursday. We had to let one of our COOs go of a company that's been with us for 4+ years. An amazing human being as an individual. And it was a very sad moment. I literally got up at 3 a.m. that morning on Friday. I, did a lot of thought auditing, played the conversation in my head because we had the call at 8:30 to let her go. And it wasn't fun. It's not easy. It never is. She didn't do anything intentional, but the mess up was so overwhelmingly big. And it just, as a company, as a team, if you allowed what happened, we don't need to talk about the details, but if we allowed what happened to go unnoticed or just to sweep it under the rug, it would affect everything we stand for. And fortunately, and I'm very proud of this, by the way, she knew it was coming because when we called, it was very emotional out of the gate. And she said, I wish I could turn back the time, which we can't. She did not fight it. She accepted the responsibilities, which I'm proud of because it's definitely not easy. That's a very high role in our company, by the way. She ran the company, for God's sakes. And so we got with the team. We put our arms around it. That was at 8:30 in the morning. At 9:30 in the morning, I'm addressing the entire company-wide on, a Zoom meeting, letting them know with big growth comes big changes because the company is growing. And, it's getting beat up right now as it's growing. But as a company owner, CEO, or whatever we are, sometimes I don't know. It's one of the hardest things that we do as an owner is to let someone go like that. And if you watch TV and you watch social media, like you would think that we're sitting around laughing at a table saying we're getting ready to ruin someone's life and we're excited about it. I can promise you, I lost hours and hours of sleep over it. She's an amazing person, a mother, a wife. Like, she's just an awesome teammate. She loved the company and lost a good friend. I hope we're still friends, actually. So hopefully you didn't lose it like that. But, she won't be on the day-to-days anymore. And I hope she flourishes and does millions of times bigger things in life, but not with our company. And like I said, the way the media has portrayed it, and I know this is true, even like this sounds way off topic, but it's not. But like even the way, like if you turn on the TV and you see someone getting ready to have a baby, like everyone's screaming and running around and trying to get to the hospital before the baby comes out. Do you understand? Like the hospitals created that fear and stress, and it's by design. Because if you go to the hospital, it's like $30,000 or whatever to deliver a baby. Did you know you can deliver a baby at your house for like $3,000 or less? Oh my God, Mark, you're fucking crazy. Well, I might be, but we did it with both of our children. Not to save money, by the way. And it was a beautiful experience. It was very calm, peaceful, spiritual. We got to literally, it was like we didn't have to worry about someone fucking saying, put on a mask, you can't come in. Where's your shot? Where's your blah, blah, whatever bullshit they ask these days. No, man, they came into the house, laying there. My wife gives, she's in the tub, water birth, and she gets out, has the baby. Baby comes out, boom. I get to cut the umbilical cord in my home, peaceful, playing whatever fucking music I want or none at all. Lights off or on, dimmed or bright. I'm in full control. It was calm, peaceful. Dina was happy. No epidurals, no drugs. Babies came in here drug-free. stress-free. Think about that. Dina called me the first time when when her water broke with Mark. Said, hey, my water broke. I said, cool, I'll pick you up. Coming now. I was at Starbucks, and we walked around Publix for about 2 hours because it was in August, and it was just walking around, looking at stuff. Movement is key. So we kept moving, breathing through it. Dina was a champ. She got her mindset around it, got her prepared. She did a great job with both kids. Probably the coolest thing is like you cut the umbilical cord literally, and the doula, they're called, and all this stuff. They midwife and doulas, it's like the doctor and the nurses. They're at the house. They clean up all the mess. It's really not that much of a mess, honestly. But they clean up the mess. And this isn't for everybody, by the way. So what I'm sharing with you, it's not for everybody, but it definitely was for us and many people I know. And me and Dina's literally laying in the bed with our child that we just had in peace, just relaxing and enjoying. And we go to sleep, wake up, and you would have no clue that we just had a baby in our house because life is just moving and we're just doing life. And, we don't need doctors coming in. We don't need nurses coming in telling us what to do, turn off the TV. You can't say that. You can't do that. Can you turn that down? Blah, blah, blah. No, we're doing us. And I think a lot of people are afraid to do that. I think a lot of people are afraid to do them because you're more worried about what everyone fucking is looking at you saying. I don't give two shits what you think about me. I genuinely, and listen, I might like you or not. I don't care what you think because I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. And I'm not sure why we live in a world where we care so much what others think. I will drive whatever the fuck I want when I want. I will buy whatever I want whenever I want. Some people are like, dude, you're showing off. You just bought another Rolls. Wait until you see what I really buy. You're going to really think I'm showing off because this is just a fucking car to me. And it's something I've dreamed about and I wanted. So why are you to tell me or even think you could say a word? You should get your fucking mouth smacked for even saying anything. But unfortunately, we live in a world where everybody has, a say, they think anyways. And the reason I'm sharing this with you, because if you let people dictate what you do, you're never living your life. I can wake up and do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want. And I don't give two shits what you think. I really, straight up don't. And I used to as a kid. Used to worry about what I wore. Used to worry about all this shit. It never served me. It actually created a lot of anxiety in my life. Created a lot of comparison effect in my life. Compare? Dude, someone's always got a bigger dick. Someone's always going to be taller. Someone's always going to be skinnier. Someone's going to be more fit. Someone's always going to be stronger. Someone's always going to have more. But I can't remember where I heard this, but if you're not willing to trade 100% of everything, let's say if the guy's better looking than me, and I'm jealous because he's getting all the girls, but yet his dad beats him, his wife hates him, or whatever. I'm being for real here. Am I willing to trade everything? Because my parents are amazing. My wife's amazing. I love my kids. But yet that one piece, and we start comparing. Comparison's the thief of joy. Comparison will steal your future. And I don't want that to happen to anybody that I know, or anybody at all, for that matter, because it doesn't serve anybody. I used to try to beat other people. I've talked about this in my shows here, where I used to go, I got a $100 JCPenney suit, and I'd go sit and I was a big wig at a fucking nice restaurant. That's the way I thought I had to connect. The truth is, knowing what I know now, I should have sit at that same bar in a fucking pair of khaki shorts like I always wore behind the scenes, and a funny t-shirt or a sweat, a crazy over-the-top shirt. I'd have been more recognizable because everyone else looked the same. Everyone was in there in a suit. Everyone had the white shirts. Everyone had the cufflinks. Everyone had their initials on their sleeves. I'd have stood out. That'd make people want to connect because they wish they could stand out. Think about this. But why am I sharing this with you? Is because we got to start questioning why shit's happens the way it does. And like I said, if you turn on any TV show, any movie, and someone's having a baby, you would literally think the house is fucking burning down and you're trying to save everybody. It's chaos. Horns are honking. Everyone's freaking. You're calling your doctor. You're calling your mom. You're calling your dad. You're calling your brother. You're calling your son. Dude, the only thing we did is text our doula, and they told us what to do next. It was make sure the tub's full, make sure Dina's comfortable with the temperature, and enjoy the process. We'll be there shortly. And that's what we did. And you got to start being different. If you want different shit, you got to do different shit. You got to start understanding why things happen the way they do, why things are portrayed the way they are. Who makes money portraying that chaos? And what's funny, it feeds you, because you could say, well, Mark, I had a baby. It wasn't like that. Okay, I'm not saying again, my sister, she had a very, very tough pregnancy. She should be in a hospital. I'm not saying we didn't have contingency plans if it didn't happen. That's called preparation. That's called being knowledgeable. It's called being aware, right? So, and I wasn't doing it, like I said, to save money. I was doing it. I question things. I fucking have thinking, critical thinking for myself. Do you? Do you? What kind of critical thinking are you doing over there? Talked about this one girl I knew. She got a shot because she said her friends all got it and she didn't want to feel left out. Are you fucking retarded? That's what I thought immediately. Honestly, I may never talk to this person again, and it's part of the family because of the stupid ass statement. And she's dead serious. That's what's even crazier. She was for real. I actually have a lot of empathy for her because I'm like, man, that sucks to be you. I genuinely feel for her. Guys, we live in a crazy time right now. And if you're not focusing on critical thinking at the highest level, like I said, the way they portray it, oh, CEOs laughing, fucking spending money, firing people left and right and having fun doing it, ruining people's lives. Not even remotely close to that. I called people. I hired coaches to help me through it. I paid people. I'm paying a guy $2,000 actually next week for 1 hour to talk with me through the emotional process that I just went through so I can understand me better. Not you, not my mom and dad, not me. I wrote a book about it, for fuck's sake. It's called Me-conomy. Hopefully you got in the book, because 100% of the profits go to charity. All my books go to charity. But I want you to understand that we have to be at the utmost highest level of critical thinking. You see what's going on in this world. If you think they're in your best interest, you're fucking delusional. They're in their best interest. And I want to just say this, and I got two more big things I want to share with you. But I want to say this. We all think, because we're good people, that everyone's good people. But you know, if the gels aren't made of good people. There are some real sick fucks out there. People doing real bad stuff that we couldn't, like unimaginable stuff. Remember like the Jeffrey Dahmer stories, like guys literally doing stuff he shouldn't be doing. There's people like that at the highest level. Trust me on that. There's people sitting around a room saying, how do we eliminate middle class? How do we eliminate human beings at a certain level? Why do you think some of this shit exists? Metaverse. Like, you really hate your world so much you want to go into a fake world? Think about how fucked up that is. I'm not saying you can't go have fun and be goofy, and it's neat to kind of see all these things, but like self-driving cars, I don't use them. I want to drive my car. That's why I got a car to drive. Why do I need a car drive? Do you understand? Like, they're trying to eliminate people working so they can control you. Oh, car going across the country carrying goods, without humans behind the wheel. If that doesn't send off red flags, you don't know what game you're playing. They're trying to eliminate you as a human. They don't need you. They're doing it right in front of your eyes, and we're like it's headline news. You know what I mean? So pay attention is all I'm saying, and let's get critical thinking, going in all seriousness. So I wanted to share that with you. Two real stories going on in my life with the COO and my buddy. But another one here about a new company, a new tech company. It's interesting how things happen. Truth is, I'm not saying this to be silly. I have so much going on in companies and life and business and, real life, just like you guys. I just got a text. My wife's cousin's on the ventilator. He just found out he has brain cancer, 14 months at the best. And he's going in a deep spiral very quickly. Some people handle news differently. And unfortunately, I don't know if he is. So that's real life shit, But I bought a company. I funded it, actually. I got my buddy that I've rolled with since 2006 that's going to run it. He's actually, it's kind of neat how that stuff works, where that's his unique ability. That's his skill set. And I'm excited for it. because that company that we bought actually come out of a need. And we use this in one of our other media companies, this technology. And the guy's like, yo, man, I want to sell it to you because we're moving on to another venture. And if we don't sell it, we're just going to shut it down. And we talked to him. He wanted a lot of money for it. I was like, dude, honestly, I love it. I'd love to do it. I just don't have the bandwidth. And I didn't even think about my boy, that my buddy Nate, that's running it with us, partnered with us. I didn't even think about him. Not because I don't like him. It's just, sometimes you just don't think about that stuff. So I looked at it as more as a distraction than an opportunity. And then our media company, operations managers, like, there's literally no other products in the marketplace that is even close to what we're doing with this company. And if we don't buy them or we don't do something with it, like, it's going to cost us money on the other company. So now all of a sudden I'm paying a little bit more attention, right? So anyways, they reached back out, said, hey, we're shutting down. February is the date. Here's what's going on. And we started putting a deal together, and the deal went down. Nate kind of facilitated the whole structure. We got it for, true story, we got it for a third of what they initially wanted for it. And we weren't playing negotiating hardball. We just, it's just what happened. It's kind of how it works. And the company will be profitable in the first 3 months, which is pretty cool in itself as well. So it's neat. And then my buddy Kyle messaged me this week and said, yo, man, congrats on the new acquisitions. It's huge, blah, blah, blah. And I said, what are you talking about? So, and I wasn't being silly, but that happened on a Monday. This was like a Wednesday. I've forgot about it, to be honest with you, because I'm acquiring and selling stuff every day, right? All of our companies are buying assets, selling assets, whatever. So I'm like, cool, man, I'm not sure what you're talking about. And then he said that, and I started laughing. But, it's interesting. Remember those times when you'd get a package and you'd literally wait at the front door? It reminds me of, the Red Rider or whatever it was called back in the day, off the Christmas Story, when he'd waiting for the mailman to come. Now I've been desensitized or something, where we have FedEx, UPS, Amazon packages every single day. Oftentimes they sit at the front door for a week before we even open them. That would never happen 20 years ago, ever, right? So there's so much going on in life. I'm where I'm at in my life and business. Like I said, we're buying and selling stuff at big scale all the time. I'm looking at opportunities daily in the 6 figures, 7 figures, 9, actually 7, 8, 9, 10 figures, and mostly 7 and 8 at this point. But it's big. And, we're looking to create businesses that we can sell for 9 and 10 figures maybe one day. So, there's a lot of stuff going on, and big's relative, and I'm not trying to peacock here and talk shit. I'm just sharing real life stuff with you, that there's a lot going on in life. And I just want to live life. I want to live a life to the fullest. I want to do so much and just be present as much as humanly possible to the people I love the most, my family and my friends. And that's why I love talking to you guys here. I know the podcast, I hope, makes an impact in your life. If it does, I'd love to hear about it. I genuinely love to hear the messages. I see them personally. I reply personally. I'm engaged. I'm involved because I do fucking care. Not to say other people don't, but I know I do. And I can only talk about me. I know where I stand at this. I don't do it because I have to. I do it because I want to. And it's neat to me. But I want to talk about another subject, and I might expand on it. And again, guys and gals, if this is the kind of content that you want to hear, I need to know. I need to know what you need help with. I need to know, I want to help reset your mindset. I want to help reset your growth process. I want to help you grow to, whatever you're thinking. I want to help you grow beyond that, like your wildest dreams. You don't even know how big and what you're capable of. I promise. I know I'm still learning. I don't even know what I'm capable of. That's why I hire people for $2,000 an hour or more to help unlock shit inside of me. And it's not reprogram me. It's deprogram me, unprogram me, clean my old past up so I can fucking focus on the new, right? So something I get all the time, dude, how do you have so many things going on? I have a lot of companies going on. I have a lot of business going on. I'll have a lot of deals going on. A cool deal I did, which I do a lot of these. I want to do more. So if you have deals and you're a real estate investor, please listen up. But I do a lot of day funding. We did a deal where, we put money in, and literally in 4 hours, the money's right back to us. But the investor made a lot of money, which is awesome. And they paid me a decent return, which is awesome as well. So if you ever have a deal that you need day funding, you should hit me up and get in our pipeline. We have a process for it. We could do millions of dollars a day on that side in funding because it's rolling funds, right? So we have a decent amount of money sitting for the kind of ventures. If you're an investor and you need help there, please let me know. Why is that important? So let's say if you got a deal and you bought it for $100,000, you're selling for $150,000 to another investor. In our world, you might assign the deal or wholesale it and charge $50,000. Your profits stand to make is around $50,000. Well, when you go to do that, it could cause a lot of red flags to a lot of people. Like the investors gets greedy and oh man, why are you making 50? I'm only going to make 25. It's like, well, you were cool with it when you knew you're paying 150, but now you realize you're paying me 50 of that and I'm keeping it. Now you're not so cool. So it avoids a conversation. So I might come with the $100,000. You pay me, $2, $3, $4,000, depending on the situation and deal flow. And you'll never have that conversation and you'll make $45,000 to $47,000 without any conversations. Very easy. So it's a cool path. If you need day funding, let me know. If you do, on Instagram at Mark Evans DM, just shoot me a message. Say, yo, day funding, Evans, let's go. Let me know what you need. And if there's an opportunity there to make it work, we will. If not, that's cool too. So as I'm talking here, one more thing, I want to share this with you because I do, like I said, have a lot of stuff going on, even though I never feel like I have anything going on. But as you know, we all do, is how do I buy time? This sounds absolutely crazy. If you're brand new listening to me, this may sound like, pie in the sky or bullshit, but it's truth. And I'm going to give you some real tactical thoughts on this and such. So I've really understood how to buy time. I genuinely have. I pay for VIP. Why? It's quick and easy. Instead of standing in line for 2 hours, I go straight to the back door. Boom, I'm in. I get my stuff. I'm gone. By the time you get in, I've already been there, done that, and back home watching something else on TV or playing with the kids. I just bought time, right? I invested money. I did this at Universal, at what is that called? Mickey Mouse World, whatever that shit's called. Orlando, paid VIP, it's 5, 6, 7. I don't even know what it was, but literally they take you on a van. You go in the back door. There's people waiting in line for 4 hours. In all seriousness, you can do this, by the way, look it up, VIP services at Orlando. And it's nothing crazy. 5, 10 grand is nothing to me in the mind of time, right? Could you think about this? Let me say this because that might have sounded a little douchey. 5 or 10 grand is not a big deal. It could be a big deal to you cash-wise. But picture someone that's on their deathbed right now and saying, hey, I'll give you 10 grand to give you 8 more hours of your life. Well, now it becomes absolutely nothing because time is more valuable than dollars. And this is how I always know what's important to people. Time is way more important than money will ever be to me. I understand that money's everywhere and it comes and goes. Time, when it's gone, it's gone. I have a very crystal clear understanding about time. Very few people do. From my understanding and from what I see, the way people act, move, make decisions, they're more worried about $1 than they were about 10 hours of time. And that's unfortunate because there will be a point in time when that comes to a head and you won't have an opportunity to reverse that because you're gone. I'm being for real. So how do I use it to buy time? Well, let me just give you some examples and hopefully you can use this. So in business, what I did is I realized that I need to hire people to do tasks that takes a lot of my time. So I know a lot of guys wear on their sleeve, but I work fucking 18 hours a day. I work and I bust my ass. Your kids don't know you. Your wife doesn't know you, your spouse or whoever. And you're up in your office grinding it out, doing fucking basic paperwork that literally you could hire out for $5 an hour, literally. And or have a system or operations or someone that could do it for you or a system to do it automatically for you. But yet you haven't taken the time because you're too proud. You're too fucking proud to tell people how hard you work. You know what? Your kids will never know how hard you work. They don't care how fucking hard you work, truthfully. They care how much time you spent with them. And that's the truth. I don't know anybody that got a divorce from their spouse saying, you spent too much time with me. You were too focused on me. You love me so much, too much, right? Well, listen, unless you're an absolute nut job, right? But no, it's because you didn't pay attention to me. It's because you're too busy. It's because your business is overwhelming. You don't pay it. So buy time. And not only that, your spouse. My wife, we have someone that cleans our house. I decided a long time ago, I don't clean houses because that's not worth my time. Not that I don't pick up after myself, by the way. It's not like I fucking just eat chips and throw the bag on the bed and, walk around. No, obviously be respectful, do the right shit. But sitting down and spring cleaning, you know what spring cleaning is to me? I hop on the jet or hop on the yacht for the day or two, go somewhere and hire a company to come in and spring clean the house, and I fucking come home and it's done. But I had an amazing experience with the fam. I enjoyed the fam, right? And I know this might sound douchey, but it's not. It's the truth. I'm being honest with you. I could act like this shit doesn't happen. This is my life that I built, right? Because I asked different questions. And assistant. I've had an assistant. I've always recognized the power of an assistant. First, I thought it was cool. And then second, I realized what it really meant. It took me a while to realize that. But you have to start handing off to your assistant tasks that you don't want to do. I have an amazing assistant. Truth is, I need another one. I need 2 full-time assistants. I have so many moving parts. We have the Ohio stuff going on, Florida stuff going on. We have a lot of moving things going on, events, people, businesses, growth, just a lot of things going on. So in essence, I really need 2. Hire a chef, or hire a food company to make your food, prep your food. Maybe not all 7 days of meals, maybe 5 or 3 or whatever, but give your spouse, give them some breathing room. Let them relax with you. Why are you working this hard to build these businesses and make this money if you're not enjoying the time it's supposed to give you? The only fucking reason I'm putting myself through hell sometimes is to buy more time, right? Hey, and I wrote the book about this called Magician versus Mule. The mule in me wants to work. That's how we've been trained. But I also understand the magician, it's not a magic trick, it's a magician trick. The magician has to bust his ass really hard for a month to perfect a 3-minute trick. I'm cool with that as long as I know I'm going to get the results that I'm seeking. So I'm going to work really hard building this company, but yet there's an end in sight. The company's going to start serving me instead of me serving the company. It's a different question. It's a different agenda. So what I'm always doing is looking for what can I buy or what can I create or what can I park my money in that can give me more money to buy me more time. Think about that. You should probably stop and rewind that and play that multiple times until you really understand what I'm saying. It's a very important piece. Steve Jobs wish he would have done it, I'm sure. Anybody that's on their deathbed or was about to die, in essence, is going to say, man, I wish I would give every dollar I have to get one more day, one more year, one more month, one more week, right? Why wouldn't you? It's just money. But yet, so many people are controlled by that money, by a non-emotional thing that has a lot of emotion with people. The humans put the emotion in it. Not to say I don't have emotions in it. I want it to serve me, though. My emotions are tied to what can it do for me, not what can I do for it. So anytime you see me talk, like these books, I give all the money to charity. I want to be a conduit. I want to be a steward of money. I don't want to be just get it and hoard it. The fuck does that do? And again, I'm digressing here a little bit because this is important. These are important points. I always see these stories, again, this is the story that gets picked up on the news. Man works at company for 43 years. Okay, that's a long time. Man does nothing, lives in efficiency apartment his whole life. Okay, that's fucking stupid. Man dies with $37 million, gives to organization. Okay, so what they just said, by the way, man suffers for 43 years, minimizes his dreams, his goals, his lives to give money away, and he doesn't even get to enjoy the gift. Huh, that sounds fucking smart. Not. I want you to think about this. Pay attention to the narrative. Again, back to what we talked about earlier. They're creating stories for you to believe. They're feel-good stories. I used to buy into the shit. I want to be that guy. Why? Right? They write books about it. Don't go to Starbucks and get rich. I don't know anybody that doesn't go to Starbucks that's fucking rich. I'm not saying you can't, but they're not like, dude, I got stupid. And when I'm talking rich, I'm talking worth over $50 million. I've never met someone who said, I stopped going to Starbucks and now I'm worth $58 million because of that. Why do we have to tell ourselves we have to go through pain to experience something like that? One of my fiduciaries told me, and again, I'm being serious. I never knew I could give gifts while I'm alive and enjoy what the gift is for me. I love seeing people happy. I love, and when I say this respectfully, helping people that truly can't probably help themselves. Maybe because of where they live in their country, maybe because of their situation physically. But if I can make them smile, the time I gave Nicholas the Super Bowl tickets a couple years ago, the Kansas City, and Nicholas is no longer with us. I cried for days. I still cry. I still get choked up. I saw a video pop up in my memory a couple weeks ago because the Super Bowl, me and my son, I was able to give the gift to him and his mother. And I went above and beyond, and I got my buddies involved, and we sent them on a limo trip because the Super Bowl was in Miami. Once that was done, amazing time. Then we had them shipped up. We took them in the limo to Orlando for 7 days, paid whatever they want to do. I'm paying for it. That makes me happy. I'm alive and I get to experience that, not just for me, but for my family and for them. It's cool to give without seeing that as well. But like, there is something special about seeing all my hard work and efforts in my mind. Like, this is not like $500. This is like $35,000-$40,000 trip. And I got to make that a reality. Not just because of me. Started with me, right? It starts with you. But because we put all these pieces together and I made it a point, I put it on my list. I want to give. And as you know, one of our number one core value in all companies, Care 360. And I can't outgive the world, nor can you. But I want to try every day. I want to give you content. I want to give you value. I want to be here and give you me as much as I humanly can. That's why I do the books. That's why I do the podcast shows. That's why I do events. Because I want to be giving. It fulfills me. Gives me purpose. I want to lead. It's scary sometimes. It's overwhelming often. It's frustrating sometimes. I used to give houses away to homeless veterans, and not one of them ever turned out amazing. 3 months later, someone sells it because they need money. Shit, that sucks. I just spent $80,000 of my personal money to give someone a house, and they just sold it. So I got smarter and wiser. It didn't force me to stop giving. I just give differently. And the cool thing about it is that I'm actually able to give bigger. I used to watch these shows where someone would die and leave $50 million to a charity, but they saved every single penny. They shut off the lights. They minimized their life. How much more could have they given if they were giving when they're alive? Because when I get inspired and I see and I'm giving and giving is paying off and I see your face and I see you smile and I see you cry and I'm crying with you, makes me want to do it more. Makes me elevate my game. So the guy dies with $36 million that did nothing with his life because he wanted to minimize and give a lot when he dies. What if he started giving now? And give. What if he gave $36 million while he's alive and $500 million when he's dead? See, it's not if I give you this, I lose that. I think if I give more, I can get more. If I can share and inspire, and I know this is true. This ain't bullshit. I know it's true because I live it. My life has been built by giving. I'm not giving to people and trying to expect to receive something. But the more I give, the more I get. And it's not giving to you to get from you. Typically, I'm giving to people that could not give to themselves. I have no financial extraction benefit from it. I'm doing it because I genuinely fucking want to. It's the only way I'll give, actually, because I want to. And the universe accepts that and acknowledges that and puts people in your life that probably would never, ever, ever, ever even know you existed because they lead by giving as well. Givers give. Givers connect. Givers win. I've never met someone that's a great giver in life and business that's not winning in business and life. Not to say they won't have hard times, not to say they won't have setbacks, but you see it as a setback, we see it as a setup. We know it's just a moment in time, and it's just to see if we're paying attention. It's just giving us a little nudge to see what we really are made of. We all deal with it. The question is, how are you dealing with it? Do you hide and avoid from it, or do you learn and excel from it? It's a choice. It's a muscle we must be paying attention to. So as I'm sitting here talking to you about buying time, I want you to invest in something this week that will make your life and your spouse's life better. If you don't have a spouse, make your life better. Find something. Get someone to wash your clothes, fold your laundry, clean your house. It's fucking nothing to do that. Get it for the one time. Just do it one time. See how it makes you feel. Feels a little weird because I know what you're going to do. You're going to, before the cleaner gets there, you're going to clean up and organize the house before they even get there. Don't act like I don't fucking know. I used to do the same thing because it was uncomfortable for me. It was weird. Felt, oh, seriously, someone's at my house cleaning my toilet, cleaning getting my hamper, like doing my laundry. Okay. Sweeping the floors. I don't want them to think I'm a slob. I want you to seriously consider this. More importantly, I want you to do it. What's holding you back in your business? Go invest $500 on a CPA or an accountant. If you need someone, I can introduce you to someone. Hit me up on Instagram at Mark Evans DM. Say, yo, intro to CPA. Don't waste my fucking time or their time. If you're not ready to spend $300 to $500 a month, I'm guessing that's what it costs for a small business. Guys, you got to understand, we spend massive 6 figures a year on CPAs and accountants at this point. Maybe 7. Shit. I'm sure it's 7. But don't Mickey Mouse. This is something I wish someone told me. That's what I'm telling you. I wish someone told me this. No one told me, like, Mark, quit being a dumbass, going in your office, half-assedness. I had a box full of receipts. I never documented it, even though I said I was going to every day. It caused massive anxiety, massive stress. I'm sitting in the office to suffice why I don't have time to do it. I did everything, but it cost me a lot of money and effort. A lot of trouble, for real. And I don't want that to happen to you. So that's what I got today. I'm long-winded, but man, I hope this show is very impactful to you. If this has made an impact in your life, please share it with your friend, your buddy, your spouse, or whoever, your kids, someone that you want to help. This is a journey, and I'm on it with you. And I'm willing to share the raw truth with you. Not trying to make friends, but trying to make impact. That's all we care about. Impact, impact, impact. Not saying I'm trying to be a dick. I'm just trying to be real. Sometimes it might sound like you're being a dick, being real, because most people don't even know what real looks like because they're around a bunch of fake fucks all the time. They're around them. And that's not who I am. It's not what I do. If it is what it is, I'm going to call it. And I'd want you to do the same to me because that's the way I live. One of my guys shot me a text like, Mark, all I ask is that you're always up front with me. I was like, dude, you clearly don't know me because that's the only fucking way I roll. Period. And he started laughing. He's like, yeah, I know that. I should have realized that. So again, it's not time. Again, it's time. It's time is of the essence. Time is not getting bigger. It's getting smaller every fucking second. Money comes and goes. As time it's gone, it's gone. Let's make the most of it. Please share this. If it made an impact with you, just let me know what's up. You should get over to iTunes, leave a 5-star review. If you've not gotten Me Economy or Magician vs. Mule, make sure to get over to Amazon.com and buy all 12 books that we have over there. 2 more coming out this year, so be ready. Appreciate you being here. Have an amazing day. So with that said, make your day count.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. Did not come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should have held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. It's time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM project. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, deal maker, DM project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.